What is up, everyone? In this video I am reviewing a microphone, and I have the microphone right here, and you can actually kind of test for yourself the difference in audio quality. So this microphone cost only $20, and I got it for even less because I bought a used version off Amazon.com, and they said in this used version that it was just as good as the new one, except the packaging broke. And first off, I want to give you a few lessons about video making on YouTube or other websites, the importance of audio quality, and a review on microphones and wasted money so that you can not waste as much money when you go about this, because I've learned the hard way. So first, what microphone is this? I have the box right here. It is the LV1 Lavalier microphone, Micro-cavate by Movo, and this was finally bought after a ton of research online. Now, the big lesson, I just want to start with the biggest thing, is that there is a huge difference in audio quality at the beginning price tiers, and never pay for any type of microphone under $20. I got some recommendations from other YouTube channels that if I'm on a budget, I should go ahead and purchase the cheapest option, and it won't be as good, but it's better than maybe your built-in iPhone microphone. And that turned out to be a huge screw up, because I ended up purchasing a pack of microphones for about $5 off Amazon, and this was like the recommended one you should get. I thought you would only get one, but you got three, which at first I was like, ooh, this is good. I get more for my buck. I only spent this much expecting this, but they over-delivered. But then in terms of microphones, that's actually a drawback, because it also kind of implies that the quality is even worse given the quantity. And long story short, all three of these microphones broke within a couple months, and on top of that, their audio quality wasn't that great at all. Like, these were the cheapest microphones you could think of, and in fact, I personally still think that the iPhone microphone is better quality. And so I still have one of those old ones to share with you, and here it is. It's just like this nameless type of brand. Like, you could just tell by like the cheap, it's like a styrofoam type microphone, and it's obviously made in China. It was not worth the $5 to $10 I invested in this thing. This one, after a lot of research, I bought it, and I got it via a YouTube channel called James Wedmore, and he gave this recommendation. And this was his top choice because, one, the cable here, it can span out for 8 meters, which is a long ways away. Now, I think he may have overemphasized that, because who cares about how long it can be? Usually I'm up close to the camera anyways. I'm not doing some crazy interaction, and if I was, it's just like, even with such a long cable, you can only do so much. But the quality is what attracted me to this. So technology will constantly improve, and microphones will get cheaper and better. But I think, you know, as a general rule, at least for the next 50 years, spend at least $20 on a microphone, if not more, and it can save you a lot of money. And I think the same rule applies to a lot of things. Cameras and web design. You know, I've heard a lot of stories about people who got burned because they went for the cheaper option for a web design. But that's another story entirely, because you can also get burned on the extreme other end by spending too much on web design. And I've heard stories about that. So I just want to conclude this video with emphasizing the importance of microphone quality for video and why it's important. And then I will show you a clip of just my built-in iPhone microphone audio quality, just to compare this audio quality with this mic attached versus just a typical audio recording that you can do with just a random iPhone or any type of mobile phone recording. So why is audio so important? Most people think they don't think it's important because they think it's all about visuals for a platform such as YouTube. They think audio equipment is only important for podcasts. And if you've ever seen any podcasts, they love to show off this huge interaction, like this huge thing in front of them, like this huge microphone that can like move and interact with them. And the point is that it's not as important for video. At least that's what people perceive it as. But in reality, it's just as important, if not more important. I mean, just think about it. If you watch any video on YouTube, even if it's the most visually compelling content, you will be turned off, and I've done it myself. You will stop watching it if the audio quality is really bad, or if the audio or content actually matters. If it's a completely visual type of video where you're only playing music, or you're only doing something like this or that, it might not matter. But if you're talking, it's really important, and people will stop watching a video based off audio quality alone. And I think it's one of the most underhyped, underemphasized parts. But if you look at any big YouTuber, they have pretty good audio quality. They have microphones. They have specific equipment for that, and you see it in all the big YouTubers. It's just not noticed. PewDiePie, Casey Neistat, they all have boom microphones or some type of high quality, high tech microphone. Now, is it possible to succeed on YouTube with just your iPhone or webcam? Absolutely. Jenna Marbles did, and so forth. And so it's not everything. There are people out there, whether gamers or elsewhere, who purchase all this fancy equipment and can't get it done. However, if you have the foundation, which is good content, whether it's informational content or entertainment-based content, if you don't have good audio quality with it, what ends up happening is pretty much no one watches your stuff, or you won't get as much views as you could get. So it's kind of like frosting on the cake, but frosting on the cake that can destroy your foundation or your actual cake. So it's kind of like a weird type of thing. So case in point, work on your content and just keep that in mind. So if you have some cash to spare, try it out. And you know, whatever type of video you're going to do, it is important, and I think it is highly overemphasized. And people very often, they get very confused as to why their video didn't do well. And one clear, obvious, glaring sign or reason that they overlook is their audio quality literally sounds like they're talking through water or some type of garbled glove, like. So that's it. And then please enjoy this video clip from an old video of mine where I just recorded it via my iPhone, and it's just a bit of a comparison on the difference in audio quality. Again, for such a cheap microphone, you might not see a significant difference, but you will pick up on different differences, especially when I enunciate or I say specific words with T's or tuts or puss in them, where it's kind of, it really shoots out of your mouth because of the consonants used in your speech. And I guess the final big thing is why I chose this one was because I'm on a budget, but also because it's apparently one of the highest quality microphones you can get that is still in the affordable range. After this, you might as well go up to a more pricey microphone. And because I do a lot of what's called talking head videos, where I'm pretty much talking straight to you in the video on a screen, and because of that, this is the best type of microphone for that. And it's because it clips here. Otherwise, I would have gotten a podcast type microphone, which is like huge. The problem with that is, you know, for podcasts it works well because no one sees your face. For radio it works well because not a lot of people see your face. It's primarily audio only based, but I would say generally speaking, it just doesn't look good when you have this giant thing here. I mean, a lot of podcast people, they show it off. I think Michael Hyatt, John Lee Dumas, Pat Flynn from Smart Passive Income, Tim Ferriss from the Tim Ferriss Show. They're all big podcasters, and they love taking pictures and showing off this giant, microphone. But generally speaking, it doesn't look appealing when you're in a visually based type of video. I mean, just think any of the big YouTubers, any of the big movie stars, any of the big movies. It's generally just not appealing to even see a microphone. So keep that in mind, and without further ado, here is the video, and of course I'll leave links in the description if you want more details to the specific microphone that I'm using right now. Thanks for watching. So there's this one thing that I found successful people have done right, almost always. And it's the toughest thing to do right, and I wouldn't say all of them have gone through this, but a lot have. Whether you're talking people who have ended up creating billion-dollar empires, or people who have grown the largest possible social media following in the history of video. So again, we're talking PewDiePie and Sam Walton, and so on. I found that there's this one thing that they understand, and not everyone uses this, but it's very important. Now, what is that thing? What is that peculiar, interesting thing? It's really not that weird. It's actually, hope you like this video. Of course, if you're new to this channel is all about self-development and success. You can hit the subscribe button below for free updates every Thursday. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video.